Hey, our doctors of the personal injury doctors elite community. Hey, Dr. Tony. Yeah, you're administrator and founder. And today we got a great presentation live. We're going to come to you on our main stream. But a lot of you have been talking about how can I build my practice, personal injury practice and growth. And we talked about different ways, but there's one thing I know that a lot of our practices do not have focusing on that now we're going to bring into our doctors, PI doctors elite community. And the system is called SoTellUs. This is a review system that all of us should have in our practices, because a lot of times you don't get many reviews from your patients, and you should have the reviews because they bring in many exciting referrals, not only in personal injury, but other patients that might need your services across the USA. And we thank you for joining us today. And today we have one of the administrators and the motivated guy, I call him, at SoTellUs. His name is Nick South. He's going to give us a little presentation overview, because I know a couple of the doctors have used this, and they are telling us, hey, we got to bring this into our doctors community. Hey, Nick, thanks for joining us and your little bit of time you have. I know you've been a busy guy there with a lot of the clients and people you've been working with SoTellUs. This has been a great system. I'm here with a lot of your people there, bringing a lot of reviews into the businesses, and we're going to try to bring it into our doctors' practices on an automatic basis, as what SoTellUs can do for us. So I'm going to turn it over to you, and you've got the stage. Thanks, guy.
Of course, I appreciate it. Thank you, Dr. Tony. So yeah, guys, my name is Nick. Just a little bit about me. Here at SoTellUs, we actually manage the online reputation for over 5,000 businesses across over 30 different countries. We've collected well over a few million reviews. We've gotten over like I think 50 million views on these reviews. It's absolutely crazy. And today, what I'm going to be going over with you is this thing right here called the growth formula. So everything that I'm going to be tying in with you guys is exactly how we're going to be able to leverage and use your online reputation to actually start getting found more often and to start bringing in new clients and referrals. Okay, so everything with this formula is going to start right here by getting feedback with all of your clients, right? And then based off satisfaction scores, you're going to get to see who's fans and who's not. Because every once in a while, you're just going to have that patient that you just could not make happy. And we're going to touch on exactly how we can handle that. Your fans are going to leave two types of reviews here, writtens and videos. Now, what's going to happen is we're going to go over how to market these reviews and get them in front of thousands of other potential clients. And then we're going to go over how we can get each client to refer you out to all of their friends and family. And we're going to touch on how we can actually generate new leads using call to action, special offers, chat boxes, and other awesome lead gen tools. All of this, guys, is designed to bring in more money for the business. And the coolest thing is that this funnel repeats itself, right? This is a perpetual cycle, because every new customer, we're going to get their feedback, their review. We're going to market it, get them to refer you, and use all that to generate more leads. Okay, guys. So as I get into everything, the first thing I want to do really quick is actually show you some of the doctors we've actually worked with, because as I'm going through this thing and I'm going to show you all these awesome tools and how we can easily triple your business, I don't want you to be at the end and you see all these great examples, right? And be like, oh, I wish I would have listened. So I want to show you some great results of clients who have actually implemented this formula. And then I'm going to show you how to implement it. So the first person I want to talk to you about really quick is one of the doctors we work with called Dr. Funk. He has just given his review in this video how in his first 7 years of being open, he only captured a total of 2 reviews. So that's not really uncommon. We have a lot of clients who have come into our practice, or a lot of practices that have came into us who have been in business for over 10 years, 20 years, who have less than like 10 reviews. Now, within the first 5 days of using our system, he was able to get 87 reviews, 40 videos, 30 Googles, and 17 Facebooks. And you can even see right there, in just under 6 months, he got up to over 500 total reviews, 120 of them on Google with almost a 5-star rating, right? It did that in under 6 months, right? It's pretty phenomenal. So now I got some other awesome examples I'm going to show you as we're going through here. But first is I want to just start getting into the system and how we're going to start applying this formula. So first thing is I want to ask you guys, how are you currently getting reviews? I want you to think about that for a second, because if the answer is I don't have a system in place, I just ask clients as they leave to hopefully they go home and I pray that they remember to get on their computer and leave me that review, right? Or maybe you're just sending a single message, right? So out of those few, I would say at least sending the message is some form of proactivity, which is great, but you're not following up with them. There's a reason why you're getting 1 out of every 15 to 20 clients to actually leave a review. Now here, I'm going to show you how you get a minimum of 7 out of every 10 customers to leave your review, bare minimum. So the greatest thing that has worked out for a ton of our practices we work with is our mobile app. So here at SoTellUs, we actually have a patented app, right? It's patent pending app. It's the only app in the world where you can actually get a review in person with a client on your own device. And all the client has to just do is stand there and give the review. So the next time that you or anybody on your office in your team gets to see that patient in person, you just pull up your app and choose one of the buttons: video, audio, or text. Now, of course, we always recommend to try to get some videos, most powerful, and they rank the fastest. You just click the button, fill out their information, right? Full name or initials, mobile number or email, and you get a 5-star rating and hit record. Super fast, super easy. And I have a little video for you guys to see how that looks. So this would be you or maybe your office manager pulling the app up. Chose the video, put your client's first name, last initial, mobile number, and you get that 5 stars. Okay, so super fast, it's easy, and it takes less than 10 seconds. And now you get all their emotion and gratitude, and you don't have to worry about them having to go home and get to it later. Now, some of you are probably wondering, well, what about the clients I've already worked with? I've been in business for over 10 years. I have thousands of happy clients to get reviews from, but none of them have left me a review. That is not a problem. Okay, we're going to touch on exactly how to get the review from those people as well. So the way you're going to be getting their reviews is through an invitation. You're either going to send a text or an email invite, and you could do it easily and simply right through our system. Right now, we can automate these, and I'll talk about that. But first, I want to show you how to send it through your app. Okay, so you can actually pull the camera up or pull the app up on your device. You're going to click the send invite button and put the same information in as before. Now, this time the mobile number will send them a text message, which you can customize. Once they click the link, it's going to pull up a browser page similar to that, but it's all branded towards your company and your logo. This does not say SoTellUs. Now we're going to give the client the option to choose what review they do first, right? If they want to do video, they just click the button. We'll pull their camera up and they record the review. Done. It is that simple, right? If they don't like it, there's always a retake button as well, of course. Now, after the video, or if they want to do text instead, click on that button there. Boom, same thing. Ask them for that star rating. Now, as long as they give you a 4 or 5-star rating, it's going to push them onto this page here and let them leave a review on any of your third-party platforms. Now, these ones are just examples, all right? We're only going to put the platforms that you want on here. So if you wanted Health Grades or Facebook, right, and the other ones, we're going to put those on there for you. You're more than likely, maybe you don't need House and Home Advisor. But I'm sure almost everybody's going to want Google. So let's say the client wants to leave a Google review. Well, all they have to do is click that button. When they click it, we log them into their account for them and drop them right into your page, and they leave you the review. That's it. You're done. The customer just had to click a button, leave the review, and you've got that Google review now. Now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to take that review and market it, post it onto websites, social media, SEO value, and all these other cool things that I'm going to touch on with you in just a second. But before that, I want to go over what happens if you run into somebody who does not have a Gmail account. Everybody here has ran into this problem at one time or another where the client or patient just did not have Google, didn't have Facebook, didn't have Yelp, right? Now, the coolest thing is with us, that's not going to be a problem. All right. Every single patient you ever have will always be able to leave a review with us no matter what. So even if they don't have any platforms, they just got to click the green button that says I'll leave my review here, or we'll put your practice's name. And then it just pulls up a template and they write the review. They're done. Again, as simple as click the button, leave the review, and that's it. But the same thing will now happen. We're still going to take it and we're still going to market it across all the other places that we're going to go over. Facebook page, website, Google Business, SEO, etc. So No matter what, guys, every client you ever run into will always have the option of leaving you a review, but each review will get marketed across at least 7 different places. All right, that's what we're going to touch on here. We're going to go over what we do with your reviews. All right, because the thing is, guys, you guys can get hundreds to thousands of awesome 5-star reviews. That's the easiest thing for our system to do. But if nobody's going to get to see your reviews, what good is that really doing for your practice, right? Let's say you have 500 awesome reviews, but you're on the 7th page of Google and your reviews aren't ranking, right? They have to go scroll 6 pages deep just to go find your listing. Well, let's touch on first being the website. You should all have social proof on your website. And even a little tip, if you have a testimonials page on your site right now, immediately change that name to reviews. Just the name makes all the difference in people actually visiting that page. Okay, so I'm going to show you right here. We actually give you a widget. So our widget is going to go on your website and show off all of your positive reviews. So all your SoTellUs, videos, Googles, Facebooks are all going to be right there inside that widget. Now, the whole purpose in this and why I am so big on having your reviews on your site is because it only takes up to 20 reviews that are under 3 months old on your website has been shown to increase conversions up to 84%. So keep that in mind, guys. The more often you get reviews and the more reviews on your website, the more people you are going to convert from there into actual patients. All right. Now, the second thing I want to touch on is going to be this public page. So guys, I'm actually going to pull you over here and I'm going to show you what these new public pages look like. So each one of you, every person who has a SoTellUs account will have a page that looks similar to this. So like this is one of our clients. They run a PT and OT clinic. Now, as you can see here, they've gotten over 1,000 reviews with us. Now, all their different degraded reviews are on here. Now, the cool thing is you will have a profile page that has all of your positive reviews, but it also has all of your company info. So the address and the map to your location, your phone number, your email, your website, a contact us button, a contact us page, right? There's so many different ways that the client is able to actually get in contact with you and to reach out to you. We've got another one of like the Vancouver Disc Center, almost 1,000 reviews with us. Osma Chiropractic, over 750, right? So the list goes on. Now, these pages are awesome, guys, because you could do whatever you want with them. You could put these in your emails. You could text them over to your clients. You could put them in your social media, your SMS or email marketing, right? Which is awesome. So this way people could see all of your positive reviews on one single page. But the other thing, and that I want to get into, and the real reason why we create these is so we could start running search engine optimization. Okay, so I'm going to pull you back over here and show you. So just like, there you go. Just like Esmero's right here. When somebody goes online and they go to look for your type of practice, right? They could be looking for chiro, they could be looking for PT, OTE, there could be a million different services, or they might just be Googling your business. We already know for a fact 70% of all clients and patients will Google you and they will research you before they call you. Now, how do you think they're going to feel if they see a Google listing with a 3.5-star rating or even a 4-star with only 8 reviews on it? And then over here, maybe you have like a 2-star Yelp review that's lingering in the search engine. The client's not going to like that, right? So what we want to do is we want to rank for 2 things. The first thing is your website. Immediately start ranking on your site very, very quickly. So when somebody does go to Google you, right, now all of your 5-star reviews are popping up in the search engine just like this. And then the other thing, and then the next thing will be for your services. So when somebody looks for where to get an adjustment or for family physician or whatever the case may be, cosmetics, it's totally up to you guys, whatever you want your keywords to be, but we want to rank for those as well. The way we're going to do it is we're going to take every single review on those pages that I showed you. So all those different reviews that you have will now get their own individual landing pages. So we're just going to take every one of these and flood the Google search engine with all these different links to your reviews. And then we just use our traffic and our domain power to rank you guys much faster. We're getting over 3 million views per month on our site. Now, what we get to do is allow you to piggyback off of us and just help push your reviews and your website to the top. Now, the other thing is the videos. If you have the option and the opportunity, you want to try to get some video reviews. Getting Googles and stuff, I highly recommend. That's easy. But if you can get some video reviews, they are going to rank faster than any other review in the search engine. On average, they're getting 3 to 5 times more traffic minimum than any other written review. So if you get some videos, they will hit the front page before anything else. Now, you're also going to get social media sharing. So if you have to pay somebody to be posting to your Facebook, or maybe you're just having to post yourself, but you're forgetting because it's, it takes up some time and you got to remember to do it 3 times a week. And some weeks you miss it. Well, now our system will automatically post to your Facebook for you, and it'll post on any schedule and frequency that you want: daily, weekly, monthly, or Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. It is totally up to you guys. We can post as often as you need. And now the part we're going to get into right here is the referral side. Okay. We touched on get the reviews to build your reputation, market the reviews to grow your online presence. Now here we're going to talk about how we can get every one of your patients to refer you to all of their friends and family. So instead of you banking off of just a one-to-one referral, which I'm sure a lot of you guys get, that's how a lot of practices start growing. But now I'm going to show you how instead of just one-to-one, we can get one to many, and on average of 500. So the way this is going to work, when a customer gives you a review, okay, we're going to ask them to share that review with a call to action. So if you get a review in person on your app, they're going to receive that text message right there immediately. They're just going to click the link and it's going to pull up this page and ask them to share that review they just gave you with a special offer from your business. Okay. Now, this client can either share it with somebody directly, or they could do what most people do: share it on the Facebook. Now, the reason why that's the goal is because we know the average person has 500 Facebook friends. Okay. So now every single one of their friends can see that they obviously go to you, they trust you, they work with you, and they gave you a review to prove it all. But now they're even incentivizing their friends to become a patient or to at least visit you by giving out your call to action, right? And this could be multiple things. This could be any form of discount, free adjustment, free consultation. It could even be some content you want to give out, like an ebook. There's a million other examples, and it's something that us and our success coaches will help you out with creating and give you our best recommendations. Now, if somebody's interested, they just click their friend's post, their friend's review pops up, and then your offer is going to be right there next to it. Okay. And as soon as they fill that out, we can even redirect them right onto your calendar. So now, boom, they've already raised their hand, claimed your offer, and said, I want to work with you. Now we take them right over to the calendar and get them scheduled right away. Okay. So that's how we're going to get your clients to refer you out. Now here, we're going to touch on how to actually get you organic leads. Okay. So we also want to capture people who just happen to find you. So we take that same call to action and we're going to put it on your website. Okay. So this way, when somebody goes on your site, we are immediately calling them to take action. That's the next most important thing next to social proof. Okay. And the reason why ours tends to work so well is because it's not too big, it's not too small, and it doesn't pop up and take the whole screen over where you immediately go and exit. Nobody claims those. Ours will follow them around the site. It will continue to remind them, but they can also minimize it, but it'll still display down there. Okay. So this way we're letting the client, gracefully go through the website, check out your reviews, and still incentivizing them to give us that information for you. Now, on top of that, we want to capture organic leads directly from Google. So when somebody finds one of your reviews and they click on that link, it's going to take them right to the review with all that information, including your special offer. Okay, so now we're capturing clients for you directly from the Google search engine. Now, this part is called Google My Business Posting. This will be the last part in the lead gen and the marketing we're going over. This is hands down the most important feature we're going to go over today, guys, as far as ranking your Google listing higher for you. So right here, On top of us being the only video review system and system with an app to get reviews in person, we're the only ones who automatically post reviews into your Google My Business. That's where these red arrows are pointing to. So if you remember how we talked about just a little bit ago, if you run into a patient who does not have a Gmail account or any other account for that matter, we're still going to get the review from them on our platform and market it across all those places that we just went over and still into your Google My Business. So even if they don't have a Gmail and they cannot leave a Google review, we will still get that review on your Google Business for you as a post. The reason why this is so important, guys, is because it's part of Google's algorithm, right? If you're not posting into here, you're already losing traffic with Google. Because every time we post here, Google is going to reward you by ranking your listing higher in the search engine. But you need to be consistent with these, right? These expire every 6 days. This is why our system is automated to make sure there is no room for human error on that. Now, every time we post here, they're going to reward you and help you rank higher, just like we talked about. Now, the thing is now we're hitting all the key points Google wants you to. We're getting the Google reviews, posting to the Google Business. We're getting you organic traffic through the SEO. And because we're hitting all these 3 major key points with Google's algorithm, you will continue to rank. Even if you have a competitor near you who has more Google reviews, you will still pass them in the rankings just because you're using the other features that they're not and that they're probably not even aware of. Right? So this is a secret weapon on how you're going to get to the front page of Google with your listing. And obviously you also have your website and your reviews there. This is a full recipe to dominate the front page of Google for you guys. Now, the last thing is you do get a chat box with us. So a lot of our practices, their biggest concern with the chat box is 1, having to pay somebody to monitor this thing all day long, or 2, it just being completely, AI generated where you can't even talk to the customer. The great thing about ours is it actually works both ways. It can get the customer's info for you if you're not available, but it gives you the chance to talk to them if you are. So the way it works is that if somebody goes on your website and they start a chat with you, right? There we go. Our chat box will start capturing information for them. It's going to start talking to them, getting some info. But while this is going on, we've already sent you, right, and your team a message with a link to the chat. All you do is click the link and it drops you right into the chat box with that client. Whatever team member accepts the conversation, it lets the client know who's now who they're chatting with. Now, if you're unavailable or if it's outside of your business hours, that's not a problem. It goes into lead capture mode and it will notify the client you're unavailable and get all of their contact info for you and send it over to you guys. So you don't have to worry about missing out on another potential lead. Now, just as an example, I've actually got a chiropractor I'm going to show you over here. And this is just from their chat box. None of their team, there we go. So none of his team has actually even been checking the chat, but thank goodness that we have the lead capture mode on, because just from that lead capture mode, you could see all of these are leads. This is somebody wanting them to send them a text, send them an email. Zach wants a text. Parker wants a text. And as you can see here, right, look at all these blue marks are all leads. Call. So, I mean, as you go through, you guys could just see all of these. And these aren't even from the referral program. This is just from the chat box. And after counting, if you want to count, there's well over 85 leads in there just from a single chat box. And all you had to do is put it on your website. You didn't have to manage it. You didn't have to talk to anybody. You just left the chat on your site and they're all just sitting there asking for consultations, quotes, pricing, everything that you need in order to get them in the door. But guys, you're also going to have an entire leads and offer tracking page. So this page right here is for every client who has claimed your special offer. So you'll see all of their names, emails, and phone numbers, including where they found it and who referred them over to you. This is a perfect time for you guys to start running a rewards program. A chiropractor I worked with would give every person they referred. So let's say I'm referring my friend. I referred my friend over and they gave me a 30-minute free massage with a massage therapist. That was one way that he would reward people for sending in new customers to him, right? It's just an example. There's a million other ways to do this, but it's very easy to now keep track of the people sending you in new clients. This is your reporting page. Basically just shows you all the reviews, your traffic, and Google Analytics to see our system working, right? Because we don't do contracts here, strictly based month to month. So we get to earn your business on a monthly basis. But other than that, guys, that is it. I do want to touch on, if you do have a CRM, we can automate your invites as well. There's a bunch of different ways around that. And one thing that I would recommend every doctor do when you sign up is uploading a list. You can upload a list of all of your past and even current patients, and then we can start reaching out to all of them to get the reviews for you. There's a bunch of ways to immediately start ranking you up the first month that you're here. You're all going to get a coach. Everybody who ends up using this system will get a personal designated success coach. They set your whole account up for you in about 30 minutes or less. They're going to follow up with you weekly for the first month and every month after that. And with your team, they're going to give you unlimited training and support for your staff and team as well. They put all the widgets and chat boxes and everything on your site for you, and just completely set up the entire growth formula for you guys. And they manage the whole thing. So you don't have to continue to worry about having to go back and check in. You could just tell them, hey, I want you to change something. But other than that, guys, I'm just going to break down. So because you're all a part of this group, what we decided to run with Tony is we wanted to give you guys some special pricing and just make this as easy as possible for you guys to sign up, because we know how impactful this really is for our doctors here. So what the system costs for everything we just touched on, it's a one-time $399 setup fee, and it's $199 a month. Now, for everybody in this group, we're giving it to you for only $99 a month for life. So that means no contracts, no monthly increase, no pricing increase, and you're grandfathered into all of our new features. Now, we're only running this for the next 2 weeks from today. So for 2 weeks, we're going to be giving out the special. After that, if you guys come in, we will still take care of you. But instead of the $99 discount, you're going to get it for $149 a month. So as soon as you see this, you need to immediately try to jump on this, because this is going to be the best pricing possible that we can offer to you guys, where you're getting a 50% off the monthly. And this one-time setup, that's paying your success coach to literally do all the work, set it all up, manage it for you, train your staff and team, including everybody you hire on, and just to continuously make sure your system's running for itself. But I'm going to leave all this information up here if you guys are interested in this. So we'll get the other one up there, but that's basically it. And Tony, that's it. I'm just going to throw up the page right here for them, get them easy to sign up.
All right, no doubt, doctors. What a great overview from Nick from SoTellUs. I know a lot of the doctors have been using this, and said you got to bring this out to the PI Doctors Elite community, because I don't think there's many systems out there that focuses on reviews. And what he's told you is that not only will they bring in referrals, but it also brings you up on the Google list. That's been one of the things a lot of our doctors have been asking. I'm 47 on the list. How do I get up to 1, 2, 3? Because nobody sees me. Here it is, right here. A great system, automated right for you. He's pointed out the steps. That is the most simplest things I can ever see.
Yeah, it
for
could
your
not be
reviews.
easier.
And it's
Yes.
all automatic for you. So, and look at this as an investment, just like you have a CPA and accounting and a staff member. This is actually a staff member. Have the staff have them punch a button. And I guess they can do every visit as a review. I don't know. I don't know if doctors are doing, some are doing cases, but every visit they come in, if it's 3 times a week, let them do a review. That jumps it up even better, I would think, Nick. So
Yeah, 100%. A big thing too is a lot of our offices will keep like a little kiosk up front with a tablet or an iPad. And as people are coming and going, they let them leave reviews on the fly. And if somebody ends up not leaving a review, then our system just sends out an automated message anyways to get it.
all right, so there you have it. Great system. We'd like to incorporate that in everybody's practices. If you're practicing in our Doctors PI Elite community, we're going to leave you with a special link for that special great members price. I won't call it a price, it's an investment, because this will bring you definitely many more patients and growth into your practices. And we want to thank SoTellUs for allowing us to do that, and Nick for his time today as I tracked him down to try to give us a little overview of what our patients and doctors have been telling us about SoTellUs. So, all right, man, you got any more to add? Because I know you got 500 other presentation to do.
No, that is it, my friend. And like I said, guys, if this is something you could see value in, also if right away, you can also feel free to schedule a demo with me too at that same SoTellUs link or my direct link. It's totally up to you. If you want to see the system in more detail, I basically covered everything though, but yeah, I can easily tell you that majority of our doctors within the first 90 days, the system is free at that point, just because off the referrals that they're getting. I mean, it's a no brainer, but yeah, I appreciate you having me on though today, Dr. Tony. So thank you.
All right, no doubt. And tell the gang hi, Trevor and gang. I know they've been working tirelessly to really help a lot of our doctors and businesses around the USA with this SoTellUs system. So I'll go ahead and take the host back here, and we'll send them on their way. Got it back. All right, Nick, you take care. Thanks so much. And we'll get this message out for all our doctors to get all the points of interest and to hopefully get this into their practices. So with that, we'll go ahead and end the session and end this recording. And it is in a recording status, doctor, so you can go through all the stuff because he gave you a lot of great points and steps to do with the SoTellUs system. So we put it in the recording so you can all have. So, all right, Nick, say hi to everybody. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you down the line here.
Will do.
All right, brother.
Awesome.
Thanks. Talk to you.
Of course. Talk to you soon.